Oh, humans! Alright, today we're going to check out something really interesting. Just want to make a quick video regarding client acquisition. Probably the easiest path to client acquisition is this. If you are pushing an offer, SaaS product, consulting product, agency product, anything that revolves around you pushing a new idea, one of the first channels you want to push, because it's one of the easiest thing to scale. All you really need is two different tools. One is an email sequencer. The other one is an email validator. So for example, I'm using Omni Verifier. It's one of the best in the game. If you signed up earlier, you would have got 50k credits. I'm using those credits. Essentially, your job is this: find data, scrape data that have emails, run it through a potential verifier like this, and then push it to a sequencer similar to this. So for example, I have set up 113 emails. 113 emails. If you do the math on that, right, let's do a quick calculation, right? What's the calculation to that? 113 emails we have plugged in, meaning we have a name and a domain, right? You have to acquire those domains. Now you can get these from a source. I got one from a source, a reseller, or you could set up your own. I pretty much segmented them to three different categories. One is myself I built, which is the scaled mail. So all these domains I acquired and pushed. There's another one, it's a SMTP style of email. So I've segmented out to three different, just so I can see which one is better, costlier, which is more. If one goes down, that one's up. And I even have one for a reseller who gave me his own pre-warmed up. This is probably the easiest bet if you're starting out. Go with a pre-seller, right? I have a plug if you guys want. Shout out, let me know. I'll hook you up. Fastest way to get it, because the email's already warmed up, you can start executing. That's what I did first, and then I plugged in my own ones that got warmed up after a couple of weeks, right? You just come here, you warm it up for 2 weeks, and then they start performing. So if you have 113, if you do the math on that, each of them 30 a day, okay, you have the capability to send 3,000 emails a day. Times up by 30, 100,000 emails a month. Now, if we look at our analytics, pretty low reply rate. I'm going to be honest with you. It should be around 2%. But when we look at the campaign analytics, some of them are 2%. So I'm not sure why the overall analytics is dropping down, because maybe some of them are follow-up messages. So I'm not too worried about that. I just look at the amount of opportunities it created, and that's pretty good. So if you put a 2K, value on each of them, in a matter of a few weeks, you can start now seeing some real traction. Okay, so let's say if we get to that 100K email, first emails, not multiple emails, right? How much would we really get? Now times that by 0.01, 1%. That's 1,000 potential positive responses. That's quite a lot if you look at that, right? But then the math doesn't add up, to be honest with you. Because let's say 100,000 emails a month at 0.01%. It should give you 1,000 potential opportunities. I don't know exactly if that's gonna correlate to the numbers we have here. Maybe 100 might be more realistic. Either way, if you get 100 demos out of this per month, that's my numbers. Now I know other people's numbers are different. They do tell you, you get 100 demos consistently a month, multiply that between other avenues, LinkedIn, maybe cold calling, you're secured to hit 100K a month. Just to be safe, let's say 10K a month, extremely realistic. Ideally, 100K a month. This is the math of it. So if you are looking to push a product, push anything, I would run this first step. It's so automated. All you really need is someone to maybe hire a VA to help you with the data, because that does take a long time to process. So I would just put one. I have a VA running that. This is easy stuff. You can plug and play it. You just give it your own template that you can think of related to your market, right? So that could be anything from, hey, I saw you guys were in this city and we're doing this with this types of business. We're doing social media. We're doing AI automation. This AI agent is helping solve this problem. So whatever it is that you're offering, fastest way to do that is get a list of emails, clear those with a tool like Verify, and use instantly like that. So the cost of this probably costs you about $150 a month, right? With the amount of opportunities that you could stack up. Let's say if we do a good job. Now one of the other things that I've been able to do is I plug this into something like a Slack. So when somebody comes in, as soon as this hits, I'll go to my office that I use, which is Roam. I don't use Slack. It's essentially the same thing. I'll show you in a different video what that looks like. It's pretty interesting. And right away, you can respond to them. Pick up the phone and call. Get your salesperson or yourself. Pick up the phone and call if you're doing it by yourself. And make sure you do a good job of keeping track of those. So this is one of the fastest ways to gain any traction to any offer or product, is the email avenue. First, set up the email avenue because it's so real. The numbers are so real, and it will give you some motivation and hope to actually see some numbers, some opportunities built up. Then you can pair it up with other things like cold calling, other avenues, maybe LinkedIn. Those are a little bit trickier to tap into because the barrier is there's limitations in that one, right? So if you want to get that going, it might be a little bit tough for you at first. So I would set this one up, get the ball rolling, build some momentum. Cold calling, obviously that's one avenue as well that really works well, gives you instant results. Then I will bring on other avenues that like SDR avenues, LinkedIn, wherever other channels you can get creative with it, right? So I wanted to share with you this stack that I'm using, instantly Verify, working very well, brand new campaigns going, and as you can see the analytics, a lot of these people, they've already booked the demo, so it is successful. You do book demos like this very quickly, and it's only been less than a month, I would say, I started this campaigns, right? So there you have it, folks. If you want to start gaining traction on any type of offer, SaaS, low ticket, high ticket, consulting, marketing, this is your first avenue you want to tap into. Why? Because it's the simplest to get up and running, gives you instant feedback and results, like actual data that you see, you control, and you dictate depending on how fast you want to push, and go from there. There's no second guessing. Very easy to pull off this one. Only thing that you do require is a little bit of time to collect the initial data, the data process, and cleaning up the data process. You can get a VA on board. Might cost you 100, 150 a month, 200. It depends where you are, how you move, right? So just want to let you know, if you don't do this and you skip ahead, you might want to add this on later because it's a bonus. Why not have more demos on the calendar? This is an avenue that'll feed your pipeline regardless, right? So try it out. Let me know how it goes. And if you want videos like this, how we break down exactly, you can check the description below where we share some resources for you and help you out.